So I feel like we're meant to talk about this because now you and I are technically broadcasters, I would say. I think it's fair to say we should be in the, broadcasters union, Hall of Fame broadcasters at some point. You never know. So sports broadcasters are having a rough week.
Yeah.
Thom Brennaman, who comes from Marty Brennaman, they've been announcing the Reds like in their family since like the 60s, I think, like Johnny Bench type shit. And like Big Red Machine, Pete Rose, like stuff like that. Like, this guy's no rookie announcer. And he does Fox football, all kinds of stuff, like major league guy. So he had a little slip up, and I'm gonna play it today because I don't want people to think that I'm laughing at it. I'm definitely not laughing at the slur that he says. I'm laughing at the absurdity of it. But nonetheless, it's definitely something I wanted to share with you guys. And let me just make sure I don't fuck this audio up this time. And let's go. Share. Perfect. Okay. So this is Thom Brennaman.
Roofing. One of the fag capitals of the world. Fritz Live, the pregame show presented by
Let's roll live.
Oh my god, dude! Oh, that one got me good. That one got me good.
The emphasis he slathers on that, dude, is so good.
Yeah. Okay, so now I think you're coming in a little hot. Now go a little lower on your mic.
Oh, hang on.
Yeah. So,
all right.
Sorry about that, folks. Technical difficulty, but no. So that is hilarious, dude. So what? Okay. Nonetheless, we always talk about cancel culture and how we've gone too far. That one, I think, goes under the get out of here umbrella. Pack your bags, get out of here. I don't think you can defend that. It's a hot mic, but again, his family's been professional announcers since the fucking 60s. So I think like that's like a rule. More importantly, what city is he talking about?
Yeah, that's what was confusing. Like, what what was the slur aimed towards? Yeah, exactly.
So of the world, right? So of the world, I still think it's domestic. The world, because I think he's emphasizing it, right?
Yeah.
I have a theory. So first off, I went Bay Area, of course, right? Why wouldn't you? You know what I mean? Like maybe he saw like a in-game update of like a Giants or A's score or something like that and was just like, oh, well, and then fired that off. So, but I also think he might be like a conservative and he was watching the Portland riots or something. Somebody was like, hey, Tom, what do you think of those Portland riots? He goes, well, it is the capital of the world. You know what I mean? Like, and then he goes, here's the pregame. So he issued an apology.
Yeah. And
the apology, he's such a gamer, such a pro that he didn't stop announcing during his apology.
Yeah.
Which I found to be incredible. So here, I'll play this one for you guys. This is his apology where, like I said, he didn't break stride. He's like, I have a job to do. I don't care what I just said. I got to still announce the game. So here we go. Right there.
I pride myself and think of myself as a man of faith. As there's a drive in a deep left field by Castellanos, it will be a home run. And so that'll make it a 4-0 ball game. I don't know if I'm going to be putting on this headset again. I don't know if it's going to be for the Reds. I don't know if it's going to be for my bosses at Fox. I want to apologize for the people. I pride myself.
Fox is like, well, it's not that bad, but we have to let you go.
Yeah.
I love the thing like that. He goes, son, man, I really messed that one. Castellanos hits one high, deep to left.
Yeah. I don't know. I will say the South Park episode, the motorcycle fags, is my favorite. Might be my favorite one of all time.
Look, it's one of those words that I've said it before. I mean, I'm not gonna go away from there. I try to be mindful of it. I mean, like, because it's never meant gay to me, but I understand. I mean, I get why people don't want to hear it. It's not
totally.
Yeah, it's not something like that. But I don't know.
No, it's just I think they nailed it in that episode. But it's
as they
the thing is, you can always tell when someone's like saying it to be a dick to gay people, and it's like it got a different energy to it.
Right?
Yeah. like when someone's like a little too racist with their jokes, and you can tell they actually think that way. And you're like, whoa, you know, you get like
they start you off with an
energy
introductory,
in the room
introductory, like, what do you call a car full of, you know, like they start you off with that one, but then they're just like, it ends with like a joke about Chicago's murder rate, and you're like, all right, let's chill for a sec, pal. Dial that one back. I was with you till then.
Let me airdrop you this Ben Shapiro YouTube video.
Exactly. So then, not only was Thom Brennaman getting in trouble, there also was the Hornets radio voice, who the Charlotte Hornets are not in the playoffs. He's just trying to enjoy. He's just trying to enjoy the playoffs. And so what he did was, and I'll share it with you guys right now. Get you guys following on this one. Says the Charlotte Hornets have indefinitely suspended the radio play-by-play announcer John Falk. After a tweet he sent Monday, which included the N-word. The Charlotte Hornets are aware. It was one of those stupid quotes where they just don't approve of what he said, obviously. And then, so his tweet was shot making in this jazz-N-word game. N-word game is awesome. Murray and Mitchell going back and forth. What a game. So what he meant to say, I guess, is what he's saying is he meant to say Nuggets. And I believe he blamed autocorrect, which, it was, it was not an autocorrect error, which is hilarious that he just typed that in and was like, I don't know. That one, how do you?
No. Okay.
Come on. Be the PR guy. John Falk PR guy here. Charlotte Hornets PR radio.
Okay, I'm just thinking of this. Okay, it's bad whether it is or it isn't autocorrect, right? Because think about it. If you type that word in the iPhone's gonna change it. It's not gonna let you type that word. So you have to like hit save. And even when you save bad words in the iPhone, it's still like a week later. It's like, are you sure? Yeah, it's like, are you sure?
It'll say shot or duck. Or like stuff like that.
So either he had it saved because he uses that word a lot, or he didn't have it saved and like hurdled the iPhone fucking, you know, he's on Android and Android's like hella racist. I don't know.
It's true. It could be an Android thing.
Dude.
I think you might be onto something there. Like Android's like
whole thing. It's bad any way you slice it. And it wasn't like a capital.
Well, I don't know. Counterpoint. He looks like a man who says it a lot.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm not defending it. I'm saying the opposite.
Like, that it looks like a legit like. I sell insurance, but I'm in the Klan. Like that looks like he looks like
he's worn the cap, dude. He's worn the cap.
No, so I will say like that one.
That's bad, dude.
That's worse than even saying the Thom Brennaman thing. Like to me, like because it's like at least like this dude fired that off into the viral universe like knowingly, no hot mic or nothing. He was just Nuggets. I'm an NBA announcer that never types Nuggets apparently to where my phone would recognize the Denver Nuggets. Like even though I announced for an NBA franchise.
Yeah. Hey champ, what's the N and NBA stand for according to you, dude?
Exactly.
Yeah, dude.
Like Nuggets Basketball Association.
Nuggets.
But,
oh my god.
Yeah,
dude.
Exactly.
Yeah. So what is this? Why is it such a theme? It's a genre of sports announcers just doing this, man.
Yeah, you ever remember the one
nappy-headed hose? Do you remember that one?
Oh, Don Imus. You want to talk about a throwback there, dude? John.
That's a throwback, dude.
That was it Rutgers? I want to say it was like Rutgers women's basketball.
Yeah.
Not even WNBA, like college shit.
Yeah, oh god.
Dude, you know he had Rutgers -3.5 the night before, and they did not. And they won by 2, and he's not a Rutgers fan.
Oh, these hoes! He's all like angry and shit.
You know that's what happened. And there was another one. I think I've sent this one to you, but I love this one. Like this one's not as harmful to me. Like this one has more of a like kind of he still should have got punished for it, but here, let me start it right here. It's this one got me really good. Right here. Like this is a college game from a long time ago. This one's solid.
That looks like a pass that needs to be caught.
Yeah, you can't use your shoulder to catch a football. You've got to get your hands out there every night. And I'm out there with my kids working on catching the football. They want to use their body. It's just a natural instinct as a human being, but you've got to learn to be able to put the ball in your hands. Your hands are what makes it possible. Your shoulder pads are hard and stiff. Your hands are tender, and they can move and caress the ball. that's kind of gay, but hey.
Yeah, I remember. Okay, this is like how fucked up. I remember that clip, and I didn't even think that was like a cancelable thing. I just thought that was like, wait, what? That was said, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
Okay.
What? Yeah, that's
to be fair, in defense of my client, Your Honor, what was the first guy talking about? My kids go out there and your hands are soft and they caress the ball.
Every night we're out there, dude.
Can you imagine if that was your wide receiver
Oh
coach?
my
You're like,
God.
okay, yeah, I'm catching with my chest.
Hey, as a ex-receiver, first guy, not wrong, dude. He's right. You got to get out there. You got to be soft and supple.
You try to body catch it, and if you try to body catch, you're gonna get just pass breakups all day. Just boom. Sorry.
Thing is, I've I now that you show that to me, I think I've sent that exact clip you just shared with like at least 3 of my gay friends. Right, and I'm not saying it's good or anything, but they all die laughing at that shit.
We got the official gay pass to air this.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
Gay pass approved.
Yeah.
No,
That's just funny, dude. That's just fucking funny. Like
it's
it's
funny.
like on national TV.
Like you would understand if ESPN was like, "Hey, man, like."
Oh yeah, dude.
But he's like, "Well, I was gonna use the F-bomb, but yeah, no."
Yeah.
He thought it was Norm Macdonald. He thought it was like Norm Macdonald saying retarded instead of Down syndrome.
Yeah.
He's like,
sorry.
I'll say gay instead of what I meant. Yeah, but
that's better. Yeah, dude.
I always like to start the show off with something kind of funny, and lighthearted.
Oh my God,
but what is what is this thing about Chomsky that you're the Noam Chomsky, one of our
dude? I just see this whole thing. Okay, I just see this whole thing, and I'm not. I get it. We got to vote for Biden. I'm not denying any of that. I'm with you, libs, like for sure. And we love Chomsky. You know that. He's not a lib. I'm not calling it.
No.
But he says in every interview now that Trump is the most dangerous person in the history of the world. Like he says, like literally, this is the most dangerous person that's ever existed, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like left Twitter is like retweeting this shit and going like. If you disagree with this, you're a fucking dipshit and type of thing, right? And you're like, why? You ask like, why? And it's like, well, climate change. And he's not doing enough. It's like, okay, like we're gonna put this whole thing of like putting the onus on like one dude. Like, granted, a very anti-climate justice kind of dude, but like this thing is like it's like a fucking locomotive train that went wild, like 400 miles down the track. It's just speeding as fast as it can. And we're blaming like the last like operator dude, like he's just not doing enough to slow this train. It's like, come the fuck on, dude. And then people saying it's like, well, he's got nukes. And it's like, okay, so every fucking crazy ass world leader that has nukes is the most dangerous. Like, true, you know what I mean? It's
yeah. Well, I trust Joe Biden with fucking nukes.
Exactly, dude. And okay, Harry Truman dropped 2 nukes. He could have ended the human civilization by dropping 2 fucking nukes. Is he the most dangerous person alive? You know what I mean? It's just like this dumb mental gymnastics we do. I get it. He's bad. He's the worst, dude. He's like the worst we've had in a long time. Like most dangerous human in history.
You still think he was worse than Bush?
Do I think he was worse than Bush? I don't think so.
No. Yeah,
No.
I'm saying like clearly,
dude. It's come on, man. Like Bush started a genocide. There's upwards of 1 million innocent civilians of a foreign country died because of Bush. You know, Trump is far less imperialist than Bush and Obama. That's just a fact. And that should be, again, not defending fucking Trump. He's a fascist. He's like with stupid vans, like snatching people up. Like, you know, we'll criticize that. I don't even know why you have to say that. You know what I mean? It's just, but it shows that there is like this thread in American politics that he kind of broke, where like Democrat or Republican, you were pro-war, pro-imperialist, you know, always starting new wars, always fucking new countries up and everything.
Halliburton and just cleaning that shit up. Yeah.
People say like, well, Trump did like this thing in this country. He sent a couple troops. He sent like a handful of troops or some shit. And it's like, I looked at the numbers. They are like hella low compared to Bush and Obama years of the Middle East.
It's not even close.
It's not even close, dude. It's crazy. And it's just like, even like hip leftist people, like most leftists kind of agree with our take that we just said. You know what I mean? Bush is fucking psychotic, dude. He's fucking evil.
And
psychotic.
he was an enabler. That's the reason I hate Bush is the reason I fear Biden. He didn't know what the fuck was going. I mean, he knew what was going on, but like he was easily manipulated by his vice president, which I'm scared of Joe Biden being easily manipulated by his mass incarceration crazy vice president.
Dude, I don't get it.
At least Trump probably tells Mike Pence to shut up like 5 times a week. He's
dude,
like,
we're not gonna light gay.
Mike, we're not lighting gay people on fire. It's not gonna happen. I don't know why you're saying this.
Yeah.
we're not gonna crucify people in the middle of Washington D.C.
I think history, like, okay, I will say if Trump does get reelected, these next 4 years are a wild card. He could go full fash. He could go full. Who knows what's gonna happen militarily with nukes and everything. I'm not saying that, but to think that like the speeding train of climate change is like, oh, Trump got that. That's a very
starts now.
Yeah, that's a very human nature kind of thing to just put it on one bro. You know, like you know what I mean? It's just so dumb. Like
he's the fall guy. He's the fall guy.
We're not even allowed.
Obama administration.
We're not even allowed still in the mainstream to talk about like beef cattle raising and its effect on the climate, and yet Trump is like the guy that's, you know what I mean? It's just so dumb. You know, whatever. I digress. I'm not here to talk about that right now, but it's fucking.
Well, we are going to talk about meat today, so I mean,
meat too, dude. Yeah,
meat too.
No, dude. I just don't get. I don't know, man. I'm putting myself in the shoes of like a fucking Trump voter, a MAGA dude, and it's like, I think a lot of them see this. They're like, imperialism is down since Trump has taken office, and they see that. Who knows where it would be under Hillary? And I doubt. With her record in fucking
bombs over Baghdad,
dude, Libya. Come on, man. It's like, and this doesn't make why does this make you? Why does disagreeing with that take make you any kind of like not leftist or a conservative or MAGA or anything? You know what I mean? I'm just not into that shit. Like we gotta, you know, I'm really big on just like ascribing to things that their proper danger and value. And like, yeah, you know,
there's plenty to complain about Trump, and everyone picks the fucking wrong thing to complain about.
Yeah.
Like the post office, right? Here's the post office. Trump's trying to privatize the post office. Oh my God. And then you like all this stuff. Obama literally tried to do the exact same thing.
He was hawking Republicans onto the
board. There were just Republicans pro privatization, and look at Obama with was it the Dodd-Frank Act with the fucking credit unions and the banks, all that shit. Like, dude, he was like a straight up bank, like corporate shill.
Yeah,
like, there's no way around that at all. But
it's the worst, dude.
Again, most of what people are voting on now, I wanted to get to this too, and I'm glad. I think it's a good time to do it.
Yeah,
what a lot of people are voting on is when people think Trump's going to lose, right, because of COVID, and I do think Trump almost had a guaranteed second term once Bernie was out, but then COVID really got crazy. So then I kind of thought, okay, this might be enough to get him out.
Yeah,
but I'm talking to people, and look, I see these polls where it's like, look at Trump's polls with the college educated versus the non-college educated, and like non-college educated people, and then like are voting for Trump more, and it's like, because they didn't go to fucking college, right? And two, college should be free, because that doesn't mean those people are dumb. That's the lib take, is that those people are dumb that are voting for Trump. When really, I actually know some educated people that are Trump supporters and Republicans. So again, you're not doing it, like, you can't just like make it a snowball that just picks up whatever you throw at it and fucking like, oh, this and this and this. Well, I guess what I'm getting at is like, the working class people I'm talking to, the people that like lost their jobs and all that stuff. And this is just, I don't have data for this. This is just conversations I've heard. They're not blaming Trump for like all the COVID lockdowns.
Because
it's the
why would they?
Fucking governors.
Why would they, dude? Exactly, dude.
States are open.
Yeah.
They're gonna, like I said, they're gonna lose a lot.
California's
gonna lose a lot of shit.
Bro, they're open and they're not dying as much as they are in New York and California.
Exactly.
I'm not saying it's a red and blue thing. That's a dumb take on the other side of any side of the spectrum.
Right.
New York got hit because it was like highly concentrated and it's the winter and
same with San Francisco, same thing.
Yeah, exactly. But this whole fucking that's when this is where the Chapo fan base loses.
Fucking
me.
Crispin kills me with that death squad shit, dude. It's like, they're not a death squad. They're trying to just live their fucking life.
I know, dude.
Literally, like, you are more of a death person by staying in there, living off your fucking Patreon, staying in your house, and like just weaseling away on Instagram Live and shit. Like that is more of a death squad.
You live in New York. You live in New York, dude. Like you live in fucking, again, respect, but it's just like, yeah. So no, and again, this is class Redux killer. I see this. I don't really post on Reddit anymore. I was never a big poster in general, but
I hate Reddit.
I frequent the lockdown skepticism sub just to read the room, and it's very nonpartisan, bipartisan. It's across the spectrum. Like people that are like, "What the fuck is this shit?" You had Joe Rogan go off on the California thing with banning shutting off people's water and stuff. Come on, dude.
And he's gonna open a comedy club. Like all that comedy club shit is gonna go to Texas, and it's gonna thrive because people like. I'm not faulting people for wanting to live their life. Like I won't fault that, dude. This wasn't supposed to go this long.
No, and that's the thing. We all forget what the lockdowns originally. What they say in the beginning. They're like, we need a lockdown for a couple weeks so the hospitals don't get overwhelmed.
Can get ready. Yeah. Not for COVID to disappear.
Never happened.
Dude. It's a fucking election thing.
Never happened. Never. Oh yeah, 100%. And that's the thing. I think what happened is like from a normie perspective, from like a average everyday person perspective, and we all have people like this in our family and shit too. I'm not, we all know people like this. We reacted way too late, and we reacted too late, and that caused everyone to freak out. And then we reacted too strongly.
Overcorrected.
And Trump was a foil, like a mirror that we were just like, see, I'm gonna do the opposite of this. But yeah, and you look, and I do think like the mask thing was a weird hill to die on.
Well, you're saying? Are you saying like?
I think we should have been doing. We should rock Korea style all.
I like the masks.
All day
I have
long.
no problem with masks.
We should do that every year. Honestly, flu season. If you're concerned about COVID, you have to be concerned about the flu now. Otherwise, you're just a fucking like you're just following the herd. And
you're in a certain capital of the world, if you know what I'm saying. Okay.
Yeah, but
but
cancel.
They would have got me by now. I mean, honestly, if this is your first episode, you'd have got me for something before this. That's why I look. We own what we do.
I don't get. I'm never gonna believe any white dude our age that didn't say the F word or the N word in rap lyrics growing up. Like that didn't.
At least in lyrics. I was never. Yeah. Exactly.
No. Yeah, I like a hard fucking. No, it's like, come on, like anyone who doesn't admit that.
Yeah.
Any dude who doesn't admit that.
And I see the other side. I see the other side of like the black dude at like Rock the Bells concert, and he's looking around. He's like, I love this shit. Yeah. He looks over and he sees the dude like saying like Nipsey lyrics where every bar ends in the N word, and he looks over and he's like, is this where we got now with rap? I get that. I also get that take too. Like that's 1000% true, and that's why I don't do it. Like
I'm not defending it. I'm not saying I'm not saying it's good or bad.
But to say we never did, and to say like, well, I can't believe that you've said such a thing. Like
exactly,
it's like, but at the end of the day, that like I said, that guy has no excuse for the saying fag capital of the world. He has no excuse for saying that because, let's say, you've been an announcer for 60 years, dude. Like you and your family, your father, like you went to school for this shit. Like it's like, come on, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like also, I went for a little bit too. Mics are always hot. Whenever there's a mic in front of you, you watch what the fuck you say.
Yeah.
Like that's true.
Yeah. Also I'm not saying this makes it better, but our generation saying that word probably means something different than he probably means it quite literally.
Oh, like
people. Exactly, dude. Yeah, like literally.
Old guys when they say it, it means that. Like it's 1000% he is talking about. Because for me, I would call Portland that just simply for like other things that have nothing to do with sexuality. Like
their craft beers are just way too fucking acidic, man. It's just like fucking.
It's like,
oh yeah.
There's way too many of those green scooters everywhere. Like,
South Park had that episode too. Wait, what were we just talking about before this? Hang on, the fucking.
No, we were on the Trump. We were on the like the Trump kind of harm reduction.
COVID. Yeah, dude. They do not blame Trump for COVID because the thing is, anyone can look at any other country in the world, and it just doesn't make sense. Like Italy was hit super fucking hard. They're kind of over it now. Sweden did a bunch of weird shit. They really didn't lock down, and they did like a lot better than other countries. But but
aren't they saying there was like a big spike though? I've been seeing that report.
The thing is, I don't trust. There's a lot of stock.
misinformation. Yeah.
There's a lot of stock in trying to make Sweden look bad because they're literally the only country that didn't do any of this shit.
Dude, fucking swonks.
Yeah, dude. And I'm not saying like, and then you look at like, I'm just not buying. And then the China number, like China, oh, we've had 0 COVID cases since like fucking March. Like, come on, dude. Like,
That's when you go too hard with authoritarian. That's why these communist people that want to like mirror China. I'm like, you sure?
Get out of here, dude.
Yeah. Like, are you sure? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So the shit is so. I'll admit, I don't know what the fuck's going on, but I know it's not what they're telling us, you know. And it's like, come on, dude. And again, I'm a death count denier. I don't think it's some percentage of 170K. I don't think it's 100% of 170K that literally died, someone from COVID in the hospital. Like, that's the disease that killed them.
Yeah.
You know, there are countless stories of people being like my dad just died in a motorcycle accident, and the nurse asked me like, hey, do you want to count this as a COVID death? And they're like, no, what the fuck, dude? Like that these things
come up with the clipboard next to you.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Sorry.
I know that it was just been 3 minutes. But
yeah.
I just
our it would really help our hospital.
Yeah. The first page is just one big COVID box, and then there's a bunch of little boxes on the back. What box would you check on this form?
Yeah. So I don't know, man. It's just weird how we literally all of us have to twist. And I'm like not good at this. I'm not saying this as like a self-congratulatory or whatever, but like I'm really not good at lying to make my take look good. You know what I mean? I'm the type to where if I see shit that's wrong with something I said or something, I'm like, oh fuck, that's not. You know what I mean?
I'm on the other hand,
dude.
I'm great at it. I'm 1000%. Like I saw this the other day, and that's that, and everyone's like, yeah, yeah, exactly.
But you know what I mean? It's just like I don't know. I just have like I think it's the way like my mom is, and you know how she's like she just sees things the way they are, and you know has a hard time twisting. Like I have a hard time twisting this COVID shit into some political thing. You know, it's just.
That's the problem.
It's just dumb, dude.
And that's why you didn't get fucking 35, whatever the percentage of the people who just said, I'm never wearing a mask. Like, you politicized it. You did not want full cooperation. You wanted all the Trump voters. There are definitely people, and I've definitely heard this from, like, liberal people that, like, wanted them to die. They're just like, well, you know, but I hope COVID just crushes that state. I'm like, you want a state worth of people to die because you don't like the president?
Before the Chapo sub was banned, I was on there all the time too. Like I was looking up memes, like, you know, good sub, you know, kind of cringe a lot of ways.
Sometimes, yeah.
Every other post was like, haha, like I hope this virus doesn't take out this guy, and they were like, you know, and how, you know, and it was literally the joke. That was the joke of this virus, is like it's gonna kill people that don't believe in it.
Chapo's jokes. They were all the time. Oh, and these right wingers, they want to die. It's like they don't want to die. They called your bluff, and they're calling you a pussy. Yeah. That's what they're doing, and they're still alive calling you that. So who won?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Exactly, like they've gone to restaurants. They've done things like that. They probably don't have the depression that you have. They don't smoke as many cigarettes as you. They don't Postmates as many times as you. So I'm not saying they're better.
Well, hold up on the Postmates.
And nobody beat.
Hang on, dude.
I'm a DoorDash. I'm a DoorDash guy. So they, you know, but
it's funny. I downloaded the app, dude. This is so funny. I downloaded the app right at the beginning of COVID. Before I got unemployment because I wanted to start driving for them. I was like, I'll make a little extra cash if I don't have a job. Yeah. I applied, they rejected me, and I'm like, oh fuck, like you're like, oh what? Like, you know, I don't know why. Some reason, maybe it was a glitch, maybe it's just because I suck or some shit. I don't know.
They found your resume. You're like, trash. Can't do it.
And then I'm like, oh, we might as well start just ordering shit off this head. I was just like, cha-ching, cha-ching. This is so funny.
What a fucking
opposite,
win.
dude.
What a win by them. Yeah, they're like, why would I hire you? You're just going to buy my shit.
Exactly. Why would we pay you when you're going to pay us?
Like, I want to work at Circuit City. Let me go here. They're like, actually, we're not hiring at the I'll take that flat screen over there.
Yeah.
On credit.
On credit.
Have a Dolby digital surround sound bar I could pick with it. Yeah. but
oh, I got cocked, dude. By fucking
it happens. No, it absolutely happens. And so getting back to what we were saying about Trump, like with Chomsky, I think the original point was Chomsky.
Yeah.
So Chomsky, when you're over 90, my big thing is like, why now? So now we listen to Chomsky because he has a take that vaguely falls in the line of the Mediasans, the people like that, where, hey, we got to vote harm reduction. I'm super left. So if we're going to do that, okay, Chomsky's great. And like, again, the big mistake that the liberals make about us is that we are like a cult for certain people. It's like, no, probably more of a cult for policy, if anything. You know what I mean? So the minute Bernie wasn't around, like, I'm not going to listen to what the fuck he says, because if he says, vote for Biden, I'm not going to. Yeah. You know what I mean? Chomsky tells me to vote for Biden. Hey, I'm going to go read Chomsky stuff. I'm going to go watch his 9/11 stuff, all his cool 9/11 clips. My favorite clip is where every president that should have been arrested, he goes through all of it. Like, I love those clips. Yeah. I don't give a shit what he says right now. Same with Angela Davis. Why don't we implement their past stuff then? Yeah. If you actually where he's good, which won't happen.
I think it happened. People just, and I will say, Chomsky, he's still firing off hot takes and cool shit at this age.
That beard is going dumb too.
It's dumb. He's like fucking Gandalf right now.
It's
dude.
sick as
fuck.
Oh yeah, hello. Yeah, no, it's great.
But it's just, dude, it's just, I just can't. I can't say that someone that has deployed less troops, started less genocidal wars, than the last two presidents, Democrat and Republican, is the most dangerous man in the history of humanity. Watch y'all nuke shit tomorrow. We're like fucking.
And you know what? The problem is he's such a fucking wild card that he could, like you were saying earlier. Yeah, he absolutely could. I still don't see it. Like, it would have to take like. Now, I will say the time he would do it is being like blatantly disrespected by somebody, like that has nothing to do with anything. I could see him like just carpet bombing the fuck out of somebody, like just, you know what I mean, like doing.
And that. Hillary wouldn't. You know, come on, dude. Yeah.
Respect or not, she would be like, "Is that a mineral in the ground?" Yeah. And then
that's a great. That's a great impression, dude.
I'm going to bomb you, like. And, what a voice, dude! Like,
lithium.
I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids, and
dude, how great is it going to be when Kamala becomes first Black female president ever, and Hillary is just sitting there losing to Trump, dude? It's like it's gonna
hate it.
She's gonna hate it. She's gonna hate her so much.
What if Kamala throws her in jail? Like, and it's just like, well, I'm
dude.
Honestly, respect. If you put Hillary in jail, I
would go full MAGA if that happened, dude. I would go full. I would full. Yeah, I would.
What do you mean full MAGA? I would.
I
would be pro Kamala at that point.
I would say it would. That's just what you said. Just confused my political ideologies in so many directions. I'm like, I don't know.
But I'd be like, damn, Kamala is off to a strong start. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it would be. I guess it would be funny to see the MAGA react to that news. They'd be like,
well, look how they did Obama.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, I was always like, why didn't you guys like Obama? Like, I know why, but I'm saying like, Obama did hella like right-wing Republican shit. Like, you know what I mean? And it's all people care about is fucking speeches, press conferences, and viral clips now. Nobody gives a shit about the policy. Like, they liked Obama because of his speeches. They couldn't even tell you half the shit that he did. You know what I mean? And then with Trump, they can't even, like I said, they're probably always privatizing the post office. Oh my God. Really, it comes down to, ever since he said that first thing, they're not sending their best. They're not, sending all that. That first speech that he made when he was running, when he announced he was running, where he was basically just saying we need to build the wall. Mexico's not sending good people to this country. The minute that happened, at first people were like, hey, let's get this guy to run against Hillary. Hillary will mop the floor with him. Yeah. Ironically, that did happen. Don't ever let anyone say that wasn't the case. They wanted to run against Trump and lost. And
they're to blame. They're literally to blame.
There's no accountability from them either whatsoever.
Focus your energy on that.
No accountability from the party whatsoever, dude. Already got us to blame, the people who actually have like morals with their vote. You know what I mean? Like, what take I hate more than fucking anything is the people who are like the rad libs, right? Like the people. I don't know an example of one, but like just the people who are like saying, ACAB in their bio, Rose in their bio and stuff, but they're like, you should vote for Biden though still, Yeah. And you know what take I used to see from them is, I can't wait to protest the Biden-Harris administration once they get in. I'm like, you will do no such thing.
You're not going to do it. You're not going to do it.
What part of the game is voting for someone to protest against them?
Yeah. And that's the thing. It's such a, I'm not saying this is an accelerationist take or anything, but it really is. We are one of the most complacent politically complacent. For all the energy and the shit in the streets we do and shit, we hibernate hard. We go to brunch hard. You know, it's like, it's one of those things. I don't know.
That
man.
saying
like,
meant that we're gonna stop paying attention when Hillary's president. That's literally what we'll be at brunch,
dude. It's and it's exactly.
I just thought of that. I was just like, wow, that's literally what that means.
Yeah, dude. It's no, dude. That's the thing. That's why. Again, back to your, like, that college educated thing you were talking about with the fucking we're two college dropouts, right? That's not saying that college educated people are going to vote for fucking Biden. That's not that's not in and of itself a good thing. That just means they're fucking brainwashed libs. You know what I mean?
College isn't free.
Yeah, dude.
College isn't free. Dude. That's until college is free, I won't give a shit about a college education.
Exactly.
So like that's the thing. And even then, like guess what? I know people like electrical linemen that work on top of poles. Like they had to get a GED like after high school. Didn't even like graduate and stuff. Had to get their GED on their own. Not shaming that. That's fine.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, to make this point, and they're like full on MAGA, and they make like $250K a year doing like that kind of shit, when this college education person is like not doing shit with their degree, you know what I mean, and stuff, and they're like, we got to vote for Biden.
Dude, so it's jumped the shark. It's jumped the shark.
It's so stupid. And again, like, I don't want to redistribute poverty to right wing people. That's not my goal.
No,
like, my goal is to eradicate poverty. Like, that
subconsciously, so many leftists want to punish people with the wrong beliefs, dude.
And that's what the cancel culture shit is. It's basically relegate poverty to people who, it's a meritocracy within, like, it's kind of a meritocracy.
And not
you say this good thing, okay, you can speak again.
Yeah, and not just poverty, not just economic poverty, but like poverty of opportunity, social poverty, right? Being, you know, all that stuff. We do want to replace, we want like a court of public opinion, you know, more than ever before, which is always, you know, that's always going to be a thing in a sense. Like, we should want to uphold the social fabric of society, and create good connections and everything. But maybe that brings us to the dishwasher, bro.
That's exactly what I have it pulled up right now. So I'm going to share this article because it's kind of like, we talk about cancel culture kind of a lot. You know what I mean? It's a big thing, especially within like the left eating itself that way. And this is, shout out young Cameo.
Yeah.
Wow. What a beautiful creature.
He's so great. Yeah. He'll come over soon enough, I'm sure.
And I, you know what? Hands up. Don't like cats. That's a wonderful cat. But
I'm a new fan. I'm not even a cat person, but
no, I couldn't. It was not for me. It's the way I view kids. It's like, not for me, but, you know, somebody else's kid is cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, anyways, this guy, 19-year-old guy from Kansas, I believe, and so Aaron Coleman, he defeated a 7-term incumbent for a state house by 14 votes, alarming Democrats who worry he will hurt other candidates in the general election. Yeah, it's a dick election, folks. But so Aaron Coleman. So it's hilarious the way reporting happens. Like, so with this stuff, when it's like a liberal person that they have to get out in front of it, right? They'll report like, he's got some issues, but we need to vote for this guy. They always start with like all the accolades. This dude, they start with the shit he fucked up on. Like, first line, this is Maria Kramer, assuming that's a woman. And it says, Aaron Coleman admitted that he harassed girls online when he was in middle school. He called one 6th grade girl fat. Oh my God. I can't run for office already. And told her she should kill herself. And okay, like, not good, right? 7 years ago, he told another girl who was 13 at the time that he would circulate a naked photo of her if she didn't send more nude images. When she refused, she said he followed through on his threat. He said they're accurate. He admitted it. It's like, this happened, right? So he's 13, right? I don't know. I think he was actually 12 at the time, and she was 13. But so before I go on, like, it's crazy to me when you think about this, because that's bad. Like, I think revenge porn's fucked up. Like, I think leaking stuff like that is fucked up.
This dude is a fucking shit stain.
Yeah,
like,
he
was
dude. Like no doubt whatsoever. Not excusing the thing at all. Now, it would be very weird if we just started caring about this right now, though.
Yeah.
Because the guy running for president against the, aforementioned, the incumbent guy who is definitely a sex pest too, Donald Trump. But the guy running for president for the Democrats, in my opinion, raped Tara Reid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like full on rape.
Yeah, we've
not
talked about
nude
it.
photos, stuff like
Yeah.
that. So again, this is very weird that like this is okay. Now this can't happen.
Whataboutism? Whataboutism?
It is whataboutism, but at the end of the day, like Ted Kennedy killed a chick, dude. Like he
I'm
was
saying,
fucking dead.
dude.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is like it's not whataboutism if you're comparing like a state election 19-year-old kid leaking a nude in middle school to one of the guy who wants to be the most powerful man in the world, in the country, raping a chick.
And guess what? It comes down to too.
Like, come on,
fucking
dude.
policy, dude. This guy is a leftist, like a legit leftist.
Exactly.
Like
dude.
he's pro Medicare for all, kind of stuff like that. I don't. I'll save this point for the end, but like, okay, first off, he won. Right?
Yeah.
Like it's already happened. This article probably should have came out beforehand because I'm not a huge fan of having people on the left be like legit like sex pests, even if it is at age 12, because there is a case to be made at age 12. You don't exactly know the damage you're inflicting on people when you're doing shit like that.
I got some takes on this.
I don't think let's get through the rest of the article, but I think there's something to be said. Like if he was doing that last year, I'd be like, fuck off. You know what I mean? Like that's not good, but nonetheless. So he says they're accurate. The claims are accurate, not denying it. So on Monday, Mr. Coleman, a dishwasher and community, it's again, with the leftists, they always say what your fucking job is.
Yeah.
Like when you're like AOC bartender, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like stuff like that. Always weird. I was picked out on that. A dishwasher and community college student was declared the winner of a Democratic primary for a seat in the Kansas House of Representatives, defeating the incumbent Stan Fraunfelter. Jeez, what a name. That's a Kansas name right there.
Yeah.
By 14 votes. The final count was 823 to 809. I think he covered the spread. I don't know what I had there. But what would have been a story about a young upstart taking down all this stuff. Basically, they're saying now it becomes the thing, classic Democrat liberal thing is we lost. Now let's try to take them down for something that we should have done beforehand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like so it's just now you get like spokeswomen and like government people saying Aaron Coleman's not fit to serve in the legislature, all this kind of stuff. They're, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. I don't know. Yeah. Where are you at on this?
Yeah.
It's a tough one.
Yeah. Okay. So let's break it down. Okay. If you have the take, I don't want this kid in office based on what he did. I can accept that for sure. I'm not saying that's wrong. Yeah, for sure. There's plenty of progressives that don't have a checkered past or whatever that want to run for office, you know. If you obviously for sure, like we gotta, like the women in the situation, the girls are pissed and they're like, and they were abused by this dude.
Suicide, like she had a fight.
It's like, come on, like we gotta
I know somebody that was a victim of that. It's terrible. Yeah.
We gotta keep them in the forefront of this rather than make it some stupid political thing. How are they doing? You know, all of that. If you and I were 12 and one of our like middle school friends did this shit, we'd be like, fuck that dude. You know what I mean? It would be that's some weak shit. You know, people are saying like, do people change or not? I think people do change, but also, this cat is going dumb right here. Hang on. So I apologize if like he blows up the connection.
It sounds great so far, but yeah.
Okay. Like, yeah, again, it's fine. Like, okay, this is on the heels of that Massachusetts race with the grinder dude. No, the Alex.
Alex Morse.
Yeah. You know,
I thought you meant like that was his job title. Yeah, I'm a grinder. I just grind things.
Yeah.
Nugs. Just fuck yeah. But,
okay, so this is like a small state election decided by 14 votes. Yeah, this kid's obviously a piece of shit. Maybe he's changed. Maybe he hasn't. You know.
But is there anything else besides that?
I think that's pretty much it. Well, okay, I am seeing. I hate when people are so hyperbolic with their claims. I see people on Twitter being like, this man was distributing child porn. I'm like, it's like he wasn't a man, and I guarantee you, this wasn't thinking.
That's a tough.
I guarantee you, he wasn't like thinking, oh, this child porn is gonna go off.
He was standing in the New York in Madison. He actually went to Times Square, and he had a trench coat, and he was handing it out at age 13.
Anyway, so like that's dumb. That's a dumb take, obviously. And then I've been like, okay, like you want to hold us to the standard? Great. The DNC just had their convention where they had Bill Clinton give a keynote speech the day after new evidence was released, him pictured with an Epstein victim. Like, come on. Like, so, okay, you're concerned about victims. Great. Me as well. You're not concerned about Bill. There's like a bar, like where you're so fucked up and so popular.
It's policy, man.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Yeah, and he doesn't threaten the establishment. In fact, he keeps it going. So yeah, dude. And Shahid Buttar was like, I'm willing to admit these people are flawed, and he's like a dick to, women on his campaign trail or whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm willing to admit that. He didn't. I don't think he like was on Biden. Bill Clinton level of rape. Like, I'm sorry, dude. Like, I'm just.
Yeah. Why do we care? Why do we?
These are people. These are people like this is like prison. That's like we put people in prison for this shit, for like these sex crimes these people have done. You know what I mean? It's just crazy. I don't know.
Them to take down Trump. Yeah.
Yeah. The moral thing is just so. It's just so bizarre. And again, I'm not. There are plenty of good people that we can have in leftist positions, but if you're going to say we have to vote for Biden for harm reduction, do we have to vote for this kid for harm reduction too? Because he represents the least harm policy wise. You know what I mean? It's
exactly.
Just like, yeah. So
and what I'm saying is like,
fuck this kid for doing that shit.
Yeah,
like,
he hurt somebody on a person-to-person basis, right? No objective person-to-person basis. One person was hurt by it. He was definitely the perpetrator. Doesn't deny it.
Mm-hmm.
What have liberal policies done to the entire nation, to the point where what is our, like, as the left, right? Like, what is our tipping point where it's like, I would rather live under liberal policy than have a guy who did revenge porn implement. Not saying he's even going to.
No, that's a good question to ask. Like,
at what point is like, it's like, no, I don't want any of that because it came from a guy who did revenge porn. Give me the other rapist dude who
more serious sex
privatizes the fucking shit. You know what I mean? And
yeah, Biden was grabbing an 8-year-old girl's chest on camera as a 70-year-old man. So we're gonna live under that neoliberal regime. We're gonna live under that, and like that's harm reduction.
Exactly.
Those are excusable crimes. Versus, again, I've been on Twitter, like people are like, "Ooh, what do you think about Trump?" I'm like, "Yeah, he's a rapist, dude. Like, come on, dude. It's like it's not hard. It's not hard to fucking. It's like
exactly.
Yeah, it's.
I know,
don't know, man.
I know.
It's crazy, dude. It's just I just never, I've never felt it was just this bad with like all these choices, how bad they are, and everything. And it's like, I think history will, it'll show that. But I don't know, man. I do think that, like, obviously Glenn Greenwald's been going off on this. I agree with him on most everything, most of the time. He's big, and see, the thing about him is he's like principled and he sticks by his principles. And his big thing is like, kids should be forgiven, Yeah. And he points out this other thing too, where the left liberal thing is like, it's like big on like, in prison, let's just all have like, psychologists and social workers like run the world and everything. And then like, which is, I don't disagree necessarily.
Yeah.
But then shit like this happens, right? And they're like, you know what I mean? They want more, I don't know what they want. That's the thing. That's inconsistent, right? They have fucking the
media is playing a big part here too. So
totally,
like that's what I'm saying. Like, look at the way that article started. And it started with the thing he did to fuck up. It's not he's this guy. He was honor roll here. He was It's this and that. That for a liberal, when they're trying to get it ahead, like Tara Reid thing, they could say Vice President Joe Biden.
They bury it. Dude. Like 3 deep in the article.
Here's the thing. Behind the paywall, you got to pay to see it. Like that kind of shit. They do that. And it's like
manufacturer consent all the way. Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, what I'm saying is like, you can't think that you can't think. Well, you can't think that like we need to abolish prisons and the police, and also that people are beyond reform. And that people can't change. Like we have this weird thing where we're simultaneously like less forgiving but more demanding of forgiveness and subservience in every social case.
Right.
And it's super fucking strange.
And why do we police ourselves harder than we police everybody else? Like I'm saying on the left, like it's like there's this weird thing.
I think that's understandable though. Like I don't agree with it, but you want to hold people that you're closer to more accountable.
But
right? That's
cost?
understandable.
The
cost is bad. And it only affects the left for some, like the right doesn't give a fuck.
Right.
That's
what I'm saying. Get the fucking policy guy in there. Like, look, I said,
look at the RNC. Like how they have like Brock Turner and the MAGA hat kid like speaking at their convention now. Like they literally invite these guys. Like they just invite them.
They don't care. No, they don't care. You're going against soulless people. So if you want to have a conscience, that's fine. But you might, you might hurt. Like I said, you have to be willing to trade off any kind of progression that you could make because of that, which again, there could be people who are victims of that say absolutely not. I never want anything of that affiliated. And that's fine. But like I get mad at people like Glenn Greenwald, who is coming to the defense of this guy. Yeah. And they're like, Glenn, how could you? You're disgusting. It's like, okay, why does my journalism have to exactly align with you? You know what I mean? Like, why can't there just be a discussion about this rather than like, there's definitely a deplatform Glenn Greenwald thing on the left, which is fucking stupid.
And none of you motherfuckers believed Tara Reid you all were immediately like, fuck this bitch, type of thing, right?
Well,
like,
I don't know if the leftists were like that.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
I don't think.
But also that happened when Bernie was still viable too, kind of. So it was like kind of like
Mm-hmm. But definitely the liberals are like, no, she's Russian. Putin is lining her pot. Like it's ridiculous. That was insane. You know what I mean? But I think the leftists believe that. To me, it's like, I understand wanting to do purity tests, but he already won his fucking election. That's the thing. Like he already won it.
Yeah.
So what is it? You want to do some like unconstitutional shit where you take him out for something that happened when he was 12? Like that, then we're getting into that whole thing where it's like, now we want to remove somebody who won an election because they did something 7 years ago. And I'm sorry, 12 to 19, 7 years is different than 31 to fucking 38. You know what I mean? Like that's a different,
or 70 to 80 Biden.
Straight up.
Yeah, dude.
So I'm saying like that's a way different thing. And I'm not excusing it because but it's like you said, we've said things when we were younger that we didn't realize had impact on people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And maybe he did know he was going to ruin that person's life. I'm not saying he didn't, but you also might think you're just doing something like, hey, I'm going to get another picture of this chick if I do this. But like you don't realize that she's gonna like commit suicide, you know what I mean, or like try to commit suicide. So like what I'm saying is look, again, if you want to have that as your standards and morals, I'm fine with that. But it's very weird to want to say, okay, 7 years ago this happened, and I don't want leftist politics if it comes from something like this. I still think that's a bit weird to when you're gonna have soulless policy coming from somebody who maybe is a better person.
Yeah.
Like a liberal politician, like that he's unseating, or I don't even know the politician's politics that he was unseating. Yeah. I'm assuming it was like kind of neoliberal kind of.
Yeah, of course. Of course, it's all the same.
I'm just saying it's a trade-off you have to ask. And if you're on either side of it, I could see a case, but I would err on the side of let's get this policy in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's where I err on. It's crazy. I don't know. That one got me good. That one got me good. That was like a legit kind of like, I don't know what to think about this for a second, but I think I'll die on that hill.
Trump is a pest. We're literally being asked to vote for a guy who was inappropriately touching young girls on camera. There's video evidence of this. I don't know why this is such a controversial subject. It's like why is this is bad. Like we have to vote between these two guys for president. Right. It's like that's soul crushing, that's soul crushing.
Yeah.
And I just don't get, and the Clinton thing, don't defend the Clintons, libs. Like it's done, that ship has sailed. There's Epstein, he's in the flight logs. There's pictures of him with the victims. Like, do you care about victims or not? It's
that's what I'm saying. And to the leftists, I'm always kind of like, look, I know that you hate that about Bill Clinton too.
Yeah.
But your actual if you act, so I'll put it this way: if you're a leftist person who's just like absolutely no sex pests, doesn't matter what happens. Now you can hate Bill Clinton for the Epstein stuff and all that stuff, but you being vocal about that isn't probably going to hurt Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
Now, if you're vocal about this guy, the liberals will go, sure, fine, we'll take him out.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
Your morals, however justified and dutifully applied, will be used against leftist policy by people who don't give a fuck about the morals, right?
Exactly. Thank you.
Yeah.
You said it what I was trying to say in a paragraph. Yeah.
So the people trying to cancel this kid don't give a fuck that he did this shit as a kid, because they don't give a fuck that Bill Clinton raped someone. You know what I mean? If they don't care about that, they don't care about this fucking kid, right? What they care about is power and keeping it. And so they use that as a tool. It's sociopathic. They use your good nature and your moral framework as a weapon, not against you per se, but against, people. And again,
they find your tipping point is what they do.
What have we seen this? We've seen this with Shahid. We've seen this with Alex Morris. We've seen this with this
Bernie's
kid,
essay.
Right?
I'm saying it doesn't even matter.
Bernie's essay.
Bernie's
doesn't
essay
matter.
And like the Fidel Castro, all that kind of stuff. Not that that's the same thing. I'm just saying they use anything they can find against you. So
also, I'm sorry. Where's the lie in the Bernie essay?
You've definitely.
I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry, dude. There's not small percentage of girls that were reading that nodding along. I'm sorry, dude, come on, dude. I'm not saying every girl.
No, there's a niche. It's a niche market. Give me that.
I'm not even saying it's that niche, dude. I'm saying it's bigger percentage than people are willing to admit, which is totally understandable. I understand why people aren't willing to admit it, but it's real.
Sure.
It's a real thing, dude.
Yeah.
So anyway, he was on this tip before Pornhub, man. He was fucking with it, dude.
And in Vermont, they probably still don't have it, so it's like they probably still do the Bernie essay like that.
Yeah.
It's laminated.
Exactly. Yes. Projector. Yeah, dude.
But that's gonna be great that we were having a meaningful conversation and then laughed at a rape essay. That's gonna be cool. But you got any more on that? Because I was gonna pivot to something way funnier.
I don't know. I guess I mean, shit, I'm so down. Like, I don't care anymore. I'm so down. Let's run only progressive women that have never abused anyone, because it's honestly less likely that some woman has abused someone than some shithead dude. You know what I mean? I don't care.
But that wasn't the case.
Let's get the policies. I'm so down with that. Let's only I'm so with that. Let's only run women that have a history of zero abuse to enact policy. That would be so lit. That would change the world. But let's do it. Let's fucking do it. Let's stop playing these games.
And let's not wait till after a person's elected in a town that you hadn't even fucking heard of before this. You know what I mean? No joke. Like I'm not trying to belittle the town. I think small towns are very important and stuff. I'm just saying you didn't there's no way you had your fucking ESPN app or your CNN app oh, how's the Kansas fucking thing? All this. So you didn't
shadow
care.
app, dude.
And like I said, if you want to have morals, that's fine, but you're going against people who don't have morals and will use yours against you, like you said, sociopath type stuff.
Yeah.
So nonetheless, I think that's good for that. So Jordan Peterson. Now that I have a vegan here, I have a vegan here. Yeah. This isn't about Jordan Peterson. This is just a derivative of Jordan Peterson / Joe Rogan a little bit. The carnivore diet. There's an artist, and I had only heard one of his songs, and it came out when we were in fucking high school. James Blunt.
Yeah.
He had that "You're Beautiful" that song. Yeah. It was very, very much not a guy that would have a carnivore diet type song.
Yeah.
And he, let me pull it up so everybody could see it. But the James Blunt got scurvy, which I did not know you could still get scurvy. I thought there was an expiration date on some, a statute of limitations on some diseases. It's like you're not at fucking C. So, but James Blunt got scurvy after eating only meat for 2 months to annoy his vegan classmates. So he was trolling. It was a
in
bit.
the 90s. So this is
Yeah, that's crazy that it was in the 90s. Which is funny because, like, how many vegan classmates did you honestly have in the 90s?
Yeah.
Like it's full of them. You know what I mean? Which maybe in Europe, maybe they got onto that shit a little faster or something like that. But so James Blunt developed scurvy after eating only meat for 2 months at a university. Speaking on Jesse Ware's podcast, Blunt recalled starting his carnivorous diet out of principle, in quotes, of course.
What fucking principle is that, dude?
Had to.
Owning the fucking vegan chicks.
That's so funny, dude. And he thought, I bet you he thought there was going to be like the way where he was going to get pussy out of that. Like, you know what I mean? Like they're going to see that this is what, this is what.
First of all, before you go on, just look at your tab game is strong right now, dude.
Yeah.
Look at your tabs, dude.
That's kind of gay. That's the James Blunt album review.
Oh my God. Yeah.
This episode's going to be the one that does it for me. But, oh, well, it's fun. Die doing something you love, right? That's what they always say. But I'm glad this is my burner browser. Let me tell you that much. But so he's the 46-year-old musician who was studying aerospace, manufacturing, engineering, and sociology. Insane that he was doing all that and then was going to make music after that instead. But on the sociology side of things, there were 170 girls and only 3 boys, of which all the girls were vegetarian or vegans. All of them.
Yeah, Jesus.
Come on.
Yeah.
That's not fucking true.
In the 90s? In the
90s?
In the 90s. Yeah.
Yeah. So out of principle, I decided to become a carnivore. Now, okay, carnivore diet, I eat meat. So like I could do like a little bit and not be, but this diet, this is like sociopathy.
Yeah.
He just lived on mince. I don't know what mince is.
That's some fucking Harry Potter shit right there.
Washing down the fucking butterbeer. Some mints.
I caught this at Diagon Alley's fucking cannabis dispensary.
Yeah, fucking Hogsmeade.
Yeah,
and said so.
CBD butterbeer.
No, he puts fucking meat juice in a fucking butterbeer because he's like, I gotta put some animal product.
Yeah,
in
dude.
Here.
Yeah.
Out of principle, I decided to become a carnivore and live on just mince, some chicken, maybe some mayonnaise. What the fuck?
Maybe some mayonnaise. I don't know. Yeah, dude.
So, all right, bad. We're not sure how this is gonna go. Could go either way. Could improve his health greatly, right, or not. 6 to 8 weeks later, Blunt began to feel the repercussions of the meat-only diet and saw a doctor who the singer remembers saying, I think you got some symptoms of scurvy there, mate. And he didn't say mate. It's England. Yeah. The guy's probably drinking a Newcastle telling you that.
Yeah.
But so, look at him. That's a fucking soy scurvy face right there.
Oh my God.
No soy.
Yeah.
But and so scurvy, I didn't realize scurvy is just lack of vitamin C. That's one thing I didn't realize.
Yeah.
So that
literally the most abundant plant nutrient. Like you have to try to.
So why were sailors getting it? If like they had to be having some kind of.
No, they started rocking the limes. They started carrying crates of limes to avoid scurvy, but they didn't know that at first.
Social studies, that shit. I forgot.
They were just eating biscuits and fucking rat meat and shit.
I need some fucking I know. And the guy was doing like tequila shots and used all the limes. They're like, you motherfucker.
Dude, look at this. How well do you know the Russian? This is the least PC browser I've ever seen. Look at this Washington Redskins.
Yeah, dude, that Washington's logo is insane now.
Oh my God.
Washington. Yeah. So, it's so your beautiful artist continued. The doctor said you're really lacking vitamin C, so I took it on myself to drink orange juice every night. Then I nearly developed acid reflux.
God damn.
Couldn't just eat a vegetable.
Yeah.
And
Jesus.
It's ridiculous, man. So okay, so look, that's just one story. But as a meat eater, I do eat meat. I try not to eat it like every meal that I have. It is I try to just keep it lean and stuff like that. Lately, it hasn't been going so well. But what's crazy is like the carnivore diet, like eating fucking steaks 3 times a day. Like what the I don't even want to do that. Like that doesn't, it's like,
it's hard, dude.
No, like exactly. Yeah. Like, cause you, in your head, you're like, that's like eating candy every day as a kid. Like, it's like, then you fucking realize you hate candy after a while and like your stomach hurts and shit. Like, Like what? So
What'd you say? JBP, James.
yeah, James Blunt Peterson, JBP, James Blunt Peterson.
Yeah.
Either that or Meat too, because I loved Meat too. What you said,
Yeah,
that was a
Meat
good
too.
one because it kind of goes with the other thing too. But
Yeah,
what? How did the carnivore diet? So why is it like Rogan always talks about it being good, but like there's no fucking way that's good.
No, it's not good.
I don't
It's
get it.
what it is it's like. Yeah, have you ever seen that Simpsons clip with Mr. Burns, where the doctor's like, "Let me explain it to you in terms you can understand," and he's like, "You actually have so many diseases that and he has like these little toy like critters, and he's like, they're all fighting for control of your body, and they're cramming to get through the door, but there's so many they literally can't get through, so you're in a delicate state of balance." And Mr. Burns is like, "So what you're saying is I'm invincible?" Like, no, like at any moment, the slightest.
Wasn't it Dr. Hibbert? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he wouldn't go to Dr. Nick. Yeah. But
And so that's what the carnivore diet's basically like. You can improve like certain numbers on tests and like body weight and shit like that, but it's like, yeah, the slightest thing, and then once you do decide to eat anything but meat, you're fucked. It's like a Faustian bargain, you know. It's I don't know.
It's like this guy at my work. He's like,
yeah,
like he's no joke, probably 400 pounds at least. Like just like
yeah.
his tits have tits, and like
Nice.
like yeah, exactly. That's what we all say. And he's like, yeah, no, I can't do healthy food. Like he's just like that. And I'm like,
I love people that own it.
Thought you did. Thought you did. And he's always like, can't do it because my stomach just starts hurting every time I eat a salad. It's like, yeah, because you have like fish sticks from fourth grade in your stomach still. Like, like, no, what?
Blame the
how
salad.
do you take a shit? Okay, if you're like, say you're doing the like, cause if I do that, like I'm shitting once a week and it comes out like a fucking police baton. Like if that's the way, like if that's what I'm doing, all cops are bastards. Yeah. And all carnivores are bastards. But, no, it would come out like a flashlight, like one of those long ass flashlights. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's no fucking way that you could like your stomach's not just killing you every day.
Yeah. No, I don't get it, man. I don't get it. It's crazy. Yeah, fucking Jordan Peterson. And here's the thing, it's like people say it's like a way to. There's a guy that did it. The guy, Dr. Sean Baker, is like the main proponent of this, and he goes off on like carnivore diet, and I think he's had his like medical license revoked or whatever. Like, who gives a fuck? But they tested his T levels, and they were like fucking 90-year-old man status, like rock bottom. And then immediately he's like, well, actually, like this actually means it's good because it's and he's like trying to do like jump through the hoops on why it's like
and
it's
look,
like
eat whatever you want, but it's fucking weird to say like there's no way you feel better. Like and like to Rogan's credit, Rogan looks good. Like he looks good. Like it doesn't look like it's fucking with him on the outside. Jordan Peterson looks like he's about to die.
Also, Joe Rogan doesn't really he's done it for like a few weeks. He's not like living by it too. He does like kale smoothies every day.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I just like, to me, I even though I do eat meat, like I actually like love vegetables. So it's like I'm like I actually want to eat a vegetable. Like to me, it's always like I see a lot of fucking people that'll be like, all right, let's do that then. You know what I mean? Like, because if that's working. Yeah. And I do not understand the carnivore diet, and like it's got to be expensive too.
Oh yeah, it's fucking bougie. Yeah.
And
the thing is, if you have to eat factory farm meat to afford it, like what? Like what's the point of that? You're just eating corn and soy.
And that's the disclaimer Rogan like has to put out. He's like, I hunt the fucking elk myself. Like I live off the same fucking like 3 creatures for the year. You know? What I mean? Like I'm pretty. He does it probably the most ethical way you can to like eat meat. Like honestly, like you know, totally. and he, but like these people are gonna be like, you know, going to fucking Walmart, picking up the fucking like pre-made burger patties and just like slamming them every fucking day. You know what I mean? Or like remember those Kirkland Signature, the burger patties that were like,
dude.
Like it was a big tube of them.
The hockey puck, dude.
Those were okay. Yeah, but they were definitely
that was my dad's shit right there.
Yeah, it's definitely like fire up the gas, you know, gas grill or like skillet or something. Like, you know, you don't waste skillet. But you don't put that on charcoal. You know what I mean?
It's a big skillet burger. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you don't put that on charcoal.
Yeah.
That's I don't know. Fuck, do you know anybody that does it? I don't know anybody that does carnivore.
I don't think I know personally anyone that does it. Yeah, but I follow this, being in the vegan, you see everyone's response videos to someone doing a carnivore diet or whatever. I've known I have known of vegans that have gone back and forth like carnivore and vegan and shit like that.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's weird. That's even weirder than, because I know people that are like selectively vegan. It's weird. Like
what happens is, and I'm pretty like, I like trying extreme shit on my diet, like trying new things, and like I vacillate. I'll eat like junk food, and then I'll go on like some crazy cleanse or whatever, But like, what happens with the vegans is people go hard on like trying to do everything in like 2 weeks, and they'll do like every diet, or they'll do some crazy extreme mono diet or whatever, and then they'll become hella imbalanced as a vegan, and they'll be like, I need to go carnivore now to fix this shit, right? And so that's what they'll do.
Yeah, and because like I know a lot of let me show you this meme, but I know a lot of people who basically, like, when they go vegan, they don't do it right, and they like is it iron deficient? I think is like
a lot of things. That's one of them for sure.
So yeah, I could see that. I could see trying to like overcorrect, but it's like, what do you like? Your body's gonna be so out of whack, dude. You know what I mean? Like, look at this one right here. Dad, it's 8 p.m. Time for your third steak of the day. Yes, honey.
Fucking Michaela Peterson, dude.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Isn't she like hanging out with like sex trafficker dudes and shit?
I saw that, dude. Yeah, I
she's like on like dudes like Instagram Live, and like they're just like, yeah, like, shipping containers full of women and shit. Like, damn, dude.
Oh my god, dude. I think I know who that dude you're talking about. Hilarious Twitter follow, by the way, dude. Like, what's his name's like Tate or some shit. I don't think I follow him anymore, but I was like joke following him for a while, dude. He's got the funniest takes, dude. It's so funny.
Who was it? When was I talking about that? What do you mean?
No, I don't know if we were talking about it. He's some bro. He's like, he runs like a cam business and became hella famous off that. Or like
that guy.
Rich.
Yeah,
dude.
Fucking. You're talking about the sex trafficker dude. Yeah.
No,
I didn't
who's that? Who's that? Yeah,
I think that was him. I thought it was the cam dude that ended up like.
Probably.
He was
yeah,
on the IG. I thought there was like a thing with him and Michaela Peterson, like where it got exposed via that. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
it's crazy, but yeah, he fucking JBP, man. Like,
third steak of the day.
Third steak. Dude, just
God,
how rich that is. And it's not even like I said, if I did the carnivore diet, I would do grilled chicken, a little turkey, you know what I mean? Like maybe some fish and stuff like that. I wouldn't do fucking steak, you know what I mean? Like just shit that's like super rich. It would like sit like lead in your stomach. Like I would still do like lean meats, I would, like, it's so funny that everyone's just like, I got to do fucking, I got to do like the richest meat of all time. Like, like in my thing, like, cause nuts, man. I've seen the picture of them like at a restaurant too, where they're just tearing up fucking steaks together. Like no side dish, like
no side, dude.
No baked potato, nothing like that. Like,
oh heavens no, dude.
That's the carb. Or what is it, apple cider that fucked him up, Peterson?
On the Rogan's fight, he's like, that's the thing, dude. And I say this,
I once had an apple cider and it took me out
3 weeks.
My back is still hurting. I have sciatica.
He's just got like mental issues, and I say that as someone who's like suffers from like anxiety and stuff like that. Like, I could see it in him. And when he's like, I eat meat, it's the only thing that cured my anxiety. It's like, really, dude? Like that, like vegetables were giving you anxiety. It's like, dude, it's like, come on.
Are these broccolites? Are they? Oh,
I can't broccolini or broccoli Rob.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta breathe. I gotta control my breathing. And that's crazy, man. You got anything else, man? I think that was a good episode.
Just health and well wishes to JBP and James Blunt.
No, I never. Yeah, both of them. I don't want a world without JBP. I don't think so. That's the way I don't ever.
We need takes, man. We need more JB. We need to keep them coming. Like that's Don't die on us, man.
No, I wanted to get into the Portnoy crypto thing today, but we'll lead off with that next. That's the thing about fucking Zoom. I don't know how long we've been recording. I have no idea. It feels like it's been, It feels like it's been a while. It feels like it's been a while though.
But what are we canceled for? The F and the N word. Not having the correct take on. I don't know. Are our takes that bad? Like, are we?
I don't think. I always think they are, and then like there's people that listen to it that are like a rose emoji and stuff like that. They don't really say anything. And maybe we're saying something that like.
I just think most people feel this way, you know.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
No,
Yeah.
and I think like they're like. I use that analogy a lot, but like the penguin that gets pushed in to see if there's sharks, and it's like, okay, this is okay. Why I do believe this now because, again, the left is the king of forced takes. It's the king.
Yeah.
The king of, and I'm not even talking about liberals will have more flexibility with takes because they might like, oh, he can beat Trump. He's going to stop.
Exactly. No, they're
just like, Chomsky. Oh, we can't stand Chomsky because even for the last 60 years, he was like one of the best anti-war protesters. And like, like legit, like put his feet to the ground, made shit. I don't know if he made shit happen, but he was definitely like used his platform at all times for good things. And now is just like, I'm 98 or fuck, I don't know how old he is. And like, I'm this old and I don't want to see Trump again. Like, that's kind of his take. Is like, I want to die with like some normie ass president. Yeah. Like, that's honestly to me is what he's saying. It's kind of like, I don't want to like have my last few years of life like watching Trump every day. Like, so, and I think that's what he was getting at. But everyone's like, no, you just see, guys? Like,
yeah.
It's like, fuck, dude. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
no, I feel that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, as always, you can follow us on Twitter. He's at Crypto Psi. That's CRYPTO PSI. I'm at Glenn Rockney, GLENROCKNEY. NFL season starting up pretty soon. I'm thinking about doing like a half-hour NFL gambling show on like a Friday.
Ooh.
And if you wanna hang with me on that, that would be fun. Like just like Friday, just go through the lines. You know what I mean? And like and I mean, even if you don't have a pick, like it'd be nice.
Do some lines. Yeah.
Do some lines. Oh, that'd be a fun way to like call it that or something. Yeah. Because I was gonna call it Rock's Locks of the week, but the
good.
it is because I love shitty sports radio. Like it's time for Rock's Locks of the week, and then the prison bar slam sound effect. Like, like I love shit like that. Like Rock Solid Lock of the Week. Like, it's not a good name, but like, but do some lines is a good one. That's a good one. But I want to do that. Football season's coming up. If I actually met a couple like people that follow both of us on Twitter that are like socialist Raider fans, which rocks. So like we do have that. So I do have a Raiders podcast called Rock Vegas. Just had an interview with Josh Dubow from the Associated Press. So if you guys want to check that out, and we definitely are going to hit NFL season pretty hard, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
All right, guys, this will be up on YouTube ASAP.
All right, catch you later.